Page 39. The Hook. A traditional story. It was a dark night, and John was walking along an old lonely country road in the north of Scotland. He was tired, and it was raining hard. Where could he spend the night? He couldn't sleep out here in the rain. He walked on and on, looking for a house or a hut in the darkness. Nothing. Then, after what seemed like hours, he saw a dark shape by the side of the road that might be a house. As he walked closer, the more it looked like a house. But the nearer he got, the stranger and more mysterious it looked. It was high and dark, and there were no lights. He walked up the stone path and banged on the door with his hand. Nothing happened. He banged again. Then a light came on in a window, and he heard the sound of feet on the stairs. He heard the key turn in the lock. Page 40. And the door was opened. John could see the huge shape of a man. "What do you want?" he said. "I have lost my way," said John, "and I would be very grateful if you would let me have a place to lie down for the night." "Well, you've found the right place here," said the man. "This is an inn." John felt better already. He looked forward to a hot bath, hot soup, a soft bed. And, indeed, it was just as he had hoped. The bath, the food, the bed. Before he settled down for the night, tired but comfortable, he put his clothes over a chair and hung his old rucksack on a hook on the wall. He fell asleep at once. A few hours later he woke up. The room was pitch black. He could see nothing. Why had he woken up? Then he smelt it. Smoke. Yes, he smelled smoke. Smoke? Fire! Suddenly he was frightened. Then he heard running feet outside his room. Shouts, a cry in the distance. The inn was on fire. He grabbed his clothes and rushed into the passage. He saw flames curling out of a doorway. He ran to the stairs. There was a cloud of smoke where the stairs had been. Right beside him a flaming beam fell into the smoke, and he heard a horrible scream. He looked back and saw the flames coming towards him. He had to jump or be burned alive. He covered his face with his shirt and leapt into the pool of white smoke. He landed on his feet and looked around. Suddenly he saw a dark hole. He threw himself through it. It was the right thing to do. The dark hole was the night, and he was outside the inn, looking up at the blazing building. He turned and ran. There must be another house nearby, he thought, as he ran faster than he had ever run before. At last he saw a house and banged on the door. "The inn's on fire! People are dying! Help! Help!" Someone looked out of a window above him. "What's going on?" "The inn up the road is on fire! Help!" The voice at the window said, "What are you talking about? There's no inn up the road." Page 41. We are the last house before you get to the sea. I was there just now. Please believe me. At last he got the man and his brother to come with him. They looked and looked, but there was no fire, no smoke, no inn. Nothing. Well, not quite nothing. Beside the road was an old ruin. Now it was dawn, and the sky was growing lighter, and they could see the old stones, part of the walls, a couple of old stairs. John was confused. The ruin looked the same size as the inn he had stayed at. The men who had come with John looked at him strangely. Yes, there was an inn here many, many years ago, but it burned down. John walked around the ruins. What had happened? Had it been a dream? Then he saw it, something up on the ruined wall that made his whole body freeze with fear. There where his bedroom had been was a hook on the wall, and on the hook was his rucksack.